Hey, how y'all doing? It's me again. Okay, kids is gone. Babysitting time is up. Okay. Now, for everybody who's having problems, listen. Okay, here we go. Anybody who's having problems like getting a starter home and stuff like that. Like I said, my brother was a carpenter, and he worked with numerous big construction companies. And I have seen my brother at work in the household. I have seen my other brother at work with plumbing. Okay, I have learned a lot of things through my brother, through my father, and through basically the males in my family. And you could say I'm basically one of those sons that turned out to be a girl. I'm one of the sons that turned out to be a girl. So my father could have had 6 boys, but I turned out to be a girl. Okay, I was a surprise though. Okay, a lot of people is having trouble. When I was in Georgia, it was a lot of homelessness going on in Georgia. But I was trying to go to City Hall and ask the mayor in Georgia. I was in Marietta. And I was trying to go to City Hall and ask the mayor. I said, if Barack Obama came down and gave so much money to the city of Atlanta and the city of, to open up shelters and stuff, why not take that money that you give in the shelters and clear away a piece of land? And with that piece of land, build 800 square foot homes. And give a person the opportunity where that the government pays the low income for the land. And instead of giving it to the shelters, because this is what I'm saying. It will motivate people a little bit better to get a job or make up a job. It's a lot of things. Like when I went down there, I came down there with a sewing machine, my DJ equipment, my t-shirts, where that I could get settled in and I could sell my t-shirts. You need a permit to do all of that. You need a permit. So I was already set up to make money when I went down there. But someone stole the equipment and stuff that was in the suitcases. So I didn't come empty-handed when I went to Georgia. And I think the problem was that I didn't lean on church to come to the church and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask the church to fund none of my stuff and stuff like this. I didn't ask family members to fund none of my stuff. So it's like, because I'm not asking the church to fund or family members to fund my things, and I'm finding a way to fund them, and I'm finding a way to go out here, do social media and say, come by, I'm at so-and-so, come by and support me on this and that. Because I'm doing that, it's like the family is like saying, wow, she really can survive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we trying to get this church going and we can't get the church. I mean, because of what? My income? You have a whole bunch of young people in the family. I mean, if they can take their income taxes or whatever they call themselves doing, if they can take their money and put everything together and do something with their money, that's good. I ain't blocking that. Family can't keep blaming me for blocking whatever they doing, right? So, I was kind of hurt that a lot of people was homeless. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried to get this going last time in New Jersey. My sister showed me a field. And in this field, it was like a big old field. And I said, man, because it was a field in Inkster. And I went to City Hall. And I was trying to see how much they wanted for the land. Or can that land be donated towards homelessness or towards the community? And what I wanted to do on that land, I wanted to do a concert. You know how you have, like I said, I'm a songwriter. So my main thing was I was going to ask a couple of people from different churches to come out and support the concert so we could raise money and start building these structures. And for some reason, it did. Someone else had another plan, I guess. But I was working so hard, like me and my daughter. I had my daughter in the studio. She was recording the songs that I was writing. And next thing I know, someone just like took over, you know. And it was just like a bombshell. You know what I'm saying? It was just a total, complete bombshell. And I feel as though that no one did anything good, whatever what was going on. Because to hear a report that so many people is homeless is ridiculous. To hear this report. And you can't keep crying over stuff like this because this stuff will get you depressed. But when you trying your best to help, not only you helping your family to have housing, you trying to help your friends, you trying to help your neighbors, you trying to help everybody, you know. And to hear this report, when I got to Michigan, when I got to Georgia, because I kept asking my daughter, I said, why are you out here if you got to live in a hotel? I didn't understand that. I didn't understand why was my daughter living in a hotel and she had a home in Michigan and then she had a home in New Jersey. I didn't understand this. I didn't understand why was she, she wasn't on tour. Unless she telling me she was on tour. She ain't telling me she was on tour. She ain't telling me she signed up with a record label or whatever. But I'm saying, you know, because I'm not a record label. I'm just an LLC that, you know, records my own material. You know, I just work with people who wants to record music, you know. So this is what I explained in the letter to CeCe Winans. You know, whoever answered, her secretaries or whoever, they had to know that who I am. So now what I'm getting back to is I heard a report on homelessness, which I think people are just crying wolf all the time. Okay, City Hall. I went there several times in City Hall, and I told my daughter, I said I would love to help people, but you got to find a way where that we are not burdening with the utilities and the water. So cutting water supply from the city itself is a challenge. So what I did was I came up with a solution with your own water tanks. Your own water tanks is controlling. It controls your own. It controls your oil, like your propane. You have control over all of your appliances. Your utilities that runs your house. So it's more better that way. You don't have to worry about, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about people, you know, you sitting in the dark and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about not having running water because the city feels though you should pay $500 to $10,000 for a damn water that you didn't even use up yet. So this is where God meet up with man. This is the battle right here between state and church. Because if church can buy land and build these type of homes, beautiful homes, you can build beautiful homes, and you can build these homes under $20,000. And I'm going to show you how, okay? You know how they have the barns, the pole barns. And sometimes the pole barns material costs $4,000, okay? If you get 2 of those pole barns, listen to me. If you get 2 of those pole barns, that is exactly $8,000. You already got a supersized home. Okay? But what you're going to do is you're going to reframe and not make them out of pole barns. You're going to use that material to frame a house. And it's a super wide, big, large, tall house. Now, some of them have, I think they are, one I seen so far was 10 by 14. And if you get 2 of the 10 by 14s, you have, and it's 10 by 14, like 10 by 14, the length and the width. The width is 14, okay, but the length is 15. I mean the width is 15, and the length is 10. So you got you know how you do rulers, okay? So just to let you know, I know how to do construction, okay? Now, say like someone that can't afford a mortgage. What you're going to do is, you see how these are? These are sheds. You got 3 sheds, right? But what you're going to do is, you're going to build it just like one piece. And you're going to frame it in one. So it's all connected. Okay? Then you're going to add where the doors in all 3. You're going to add a back door. You're going to add a back door. Right? You're going to add a front door. And then you're going to add a side door. Right? Those all 3. That's where the door is going to go. Then when you cut into, when you're making the walls, you're going to make your living room wall, and you're going to make your kitchen wall. This is your living room, this is your kitchen, and this is your bedroom, and this is your bathroom. If you're doing one room house, a 1 room house. And then you have your tank. You have your water tank, and you're piping, PCP pipe. You're having PCP pipe, and you digging, before you do anything, you dig your hole for your pipes. Where your bathroom, and but I'm just drawing this, y'all. I'm not, you don't have to do it this way. But this is your kitchen. So you're going to have your piping for your kitchen. You're going to have a piping for your bathroom. And you're going to have your piping for your half bath, your toilet, and your, okay, you're going to have your sumpter pump. You're going to have your sumpter pump in the ground. And you know your smaller sumpter pump. And what you have to do is, you can call, like, you can set up every 3 months. You can set up for the city to come in and clean your sumpter pump out, your sumpter tank. So that's every 3 months, though. Okay, so they will bill you for that. So that's one thing, and then it ain't gonna cost nothing but like $20, $25 every 3 months or so to come out, and it's a set rate. It's every 3 months is $25 or something like that. Your water, you can control your water. If you have these containers, but you know the floor model container, the real super big containers. If you get a truck, 6 of these, and pour it into your water tank, your water container, and then you can run your water that way. And you can do a 300 gallon. You can do whatever gallon you feel, but you got to have them built, the 300 gallon to the 200 gallon or the 150 gallon. You can do that. So, but you can control your own water leverage. Your heating water, you get a temperature gauge system, and it heats up your water in the winter, and then in the summer you can still have water, but you gotta, it's a temperature gauge, so you can do it on high, low, medium, high, medium, low, or whatever. So that will warm up your water, so you have control over that, But if you're not going to go through a 300 gallon water in 1 month, you're not going to do it. I have seen containers less than this that you're not going to go through, So when you piping your water to come out, what you see, this it's another piping that you have to do to let your water just go out into a drain. So when you dig that pipe where your piping is going to come out, so it'll just go out into a draining system. Okay, and if you want to, you can still put it in. You could any water that comes out, you can put it in your sumpter tank to keep your sumpter tank clean, and clean through your water system, and then you can suction that out and clean the tank out and stuff. But you can also do that. And then recycling water, you can have another system where you're recycling your drinking water and your shower water. You have a recycling system, so you don't have to worry about your water that you're using for your sink and your tub and your, but your toilet water can go into the sump tank and, so like that. But that's how you piping. Underground piping, but, you don't have to worry about like a mortgage. You don't have to worry about a utility bill. Your electrical, now you have to do your electrical wiring. Okay, your electrical wiring, before you put your walls up, you must try to get a generator battery system. And a generator battery system, what it does is it has outlets, that you can use. And when you're wiring, red and black wiring, red and black. Okay, when you're wiring your sockets that you have, how you have USB plugins? You might want to have your regular plugs as because they have these TVs now, they got USB plugins. So you can have regular plug-in, but you have to make sure that your sockets has the power surge fuses. So one will be solar on top. You can do solar and you can do battery. Solar and battery energy. So when solar is through, it'll switch on to battery. Generator. I keep saying battery. Generator. It'll switch on to the generator. And sometimes you might have like 4 to 5 hours of use of generator. And it's not like you're going to kill the juice, because you're going to have light bulbs that's going to like between 40 watts, and you're going to have 50 watts. That's good. 50 watts of light bulb, of energy saving light bulbs. That's pretty good. I don't know about 60 and 70. I think that's in this type of little frame, 60 or 70 probably wouldn't be good. But you don't want to mess up your eyes either. So you want to kind of put ceilings with the solar panel. Once you get the solar panel on your roof, you want to do the ceiling lights. They say LEDs lights with the solar panel. They said those are good. So, but you still have to kind of make sure that the generator is kicking on at a certain time. So it's a time setting for a solar panel, and then it switch on to generator. Okay. So, and then your water system is still operating in the heating and cooling area. And then you got your heat ducts. Your heat ducts, you might want to build your heat ducts, like some of them do it in the floor and some of them do it in the ceiling. But you can do it. I like the ceiling because it's heat coming down. It's heat coming down, so I like the ceiling. But it's okay to do your bathroom heating. You can have your bathroom heated up that way. You can do several heating ducts around your house where the heat just comes in. Just like an air conditioner, but you got an air conditioner and then you got a heating system at the same time. So you want that. You want that kind of system coming in. And they show several ones. They got like the several ones that you can have heating in. You have heat and air. So I designed some of them, but I haven't tested none of them out. Yet. So I've been trying to get in touch with my nephew, Corey Holmes, because he has licensing. He graduated from heating and cooling. What year that was? 90, 95, 94 or something like that. 94, 94. I know. Let me see. Because I used to watch his kids while he was in Job Corps. Um, uh, Man, I forget. I think it's like 94, 94 or 95. Because I got pregnant in 95. So, okay. So yeah, 94 he had his licensing since then. You know, he went to school, Job Corps. I think he went to Chicago or something. Chicago, shoot, I don't know. Somewhere. Probably Lansing or something like that. I don't know. But I know he used to come home a lot and stay with me. stay with me to visit his, Mimi, and I think Duke was just born. His second born was just born when he came home to visit the second time. So he was in Job Corps. Okay, he finished off his diploma and stuff in Job Corps. Okay, so this is where it is all is. You know what I'm saying? So it works, it do works. I wouldn't get on here and tell you nothing. But honey, you can do this with under $20,000 to own a gorgeous home. And you know how you can get extra wood, you can get extra supplies and build you a upstairs. And that wouldn't cost you nothing. Okay, and you got all you doing is extending your wiring upstairs. That's all you're doing. And it's for a little bit of nothing. So a lot of people say houses cost $250,000, this and that and this and that, and that's too much for a house. It's too much for a house. You basically basing your whole life, and your whole concern is going to be about a house. You know what I'm saying? And this way that you shouldn't have to worry about shelter. You shouldn't have to worry about that. God did not make us to worry about shelter. He said, I'll be your shield and your buckler, meaning that shelter. You know what I'm saying? Refuge. So we shouldn't have to sit here and worry about not having a place to stay, not having food, and not having, you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have to worry about that. That should be least on our mind. And, because people can't focus and working when they don't have a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard for a mind to be active when you worrying about this type of stuff, okay? And it's just greed out here in the world where that marketing is not what it used to be, but it's just a lot of greed. Take the money and run. That's basically what they're saying, okay? But this is what I'm trying to tell you. Under $20,000, you can create this home, and you can build beautiful walls, drywall and stuff like that, and cheap material. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's cheap material. I'm just saying you can get the material yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because and then you can have a construction company come in, and because there's construction companies that do donations for people who is trying to get on their feet, people who trying to be a homeowner and stuff like that. You can call around. One thing I will recommend Eagle Construction in the state of Michigan, because they helped me with my wheelchair ramp. And I told them what I needed and how I needed it, and they came right through for me. He went to his office, Mr. Eagle. He went to his office, and I drew out the plans of the ramp and it was a ramp deck that I wanted him to build. So I built it so I can sit down on the ramp and stuff like that. So, but I could easily take the ramp away and add stairs if I want to. So that's how he built it. And he got it just like that. And him and his son and his people came and they built it for me. So it was, somebody else is living in the house now. I don't know who's living in the house, but I paid. I hate the fact that I wasted money on that. I didn't waste money. I needed it at the time, but someone else is enjoying it. So, someone else is enjoying my labor. But, I know how to let that go and move on with my life. So God is blessing me to bless somebody else, okay? So this is how you can do it. All y'all veterans that's out here saying that y'all homeless and stuff. Y'all, I know that y'all got skills, the building and stuff like that. Won't y'all all get together, go to City Hall and say, look, you're not doing anything with the land. Let us tear the trees down. You can use the trees for wood. You know what I'm saying? Just take it to a wood factory where they trim them trees and make wood, and then you have you some wood, so that's my whole thing about it. If you cutting down trees and stuff like that, use that wood, use them trees to make wood. They do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Whoever buy the property, you can buy some wood, you know what I'm saying, and have the little pieces into wood chips and stuff. You can sell firewood. Some people might You could build like fireplace, a cast, a fireplace in your home to heat up your whole home. So stuff like that. So it's different ways you can have a home. And I don't think that we was looking around in Detroit and we seen a whole lot of land. I was like, whew. I said, this is temptation right here. You know what I'm saying? You just building, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Okay, but if the city don't know what to do with the land, I think that's what it should be. The government, a lot of people done worked hard and to be out here homeless and not have a place to stay is just terrible. It's just make us look bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing about it. Just make us look real bad. Okay, this is just a little something that, I know a lot of people is in the marketplace, but I think you can move mountains a little bit more faster if you just go under between $20,000 and $30,000 and help these people build their homes, and so they can be proud to be an American. You know what I'm saying? You give like $20,000 to $30,000 and stuff to build these homes and stuff. Sometimes you might go over between 40, but it's still good. You know what I'm saying? But it's a cheaper way you can build the home and make sure that it's insulated, because the Pink Panther, right? The foam or the Pink Panther, just insulate your walls with that, and you ain't got to worry about, you ain't got to sit there and worry about not being warm for the winter. Okay, all right, see y'all later.